Hello dear students, this is Chad Batul. In today's class, we will talk about how to collect qualitative data in research. These are our outlines. Let's start understanding what is data collection. Data collection is the process of gathering and measuring information on variables of interest in an established systematic fashion that enables one to answer stated research questions, test hypotheses, and evaluate outcomes. The data collection component of research is common to all fields of study, including physical and social sciences, humanities, business, etc. While methods vary by discipline, the emphasis on ensuring accurate and honest collection remains the same. The goal for all data collection is to capture quality evidence that then translate to rich data analysis and allows the building of convincing and credible answer to questions that have been posed. Regardless of the field of study or preference for defining data, quantitative, qualitative, accurate data collection is essential to maintaining the integrity of research. Both the selections of appropriate data collection instruments, existing, modified, or newly developed, and clearly delineated instructions for their correct use reduce the likelihood of error occurring. Data sources. Primary data is most generally understood as data gathered from the information source and which has not undergone analysis before being included in the needs assessment. Primary data is collected directly from the affected population by the assessment team field work. Primary data is most often collected through face-to-face interviews or discussions with members of the affected community, but can also be gathered through phone interviews, radio communication, email exchange, and direct observation. Secondary data is information which has typically been collected by researchers not involved in the current assessment and has undergone at least one layer of analysis prior to inclusion in the needs assessment. Secondary data can comprise published research, internet materials, media reports, and data which has been cleaned, analyzed, and collected for a purpose other than the needs assessment, such as academic research or an agency or sector-specific monitoring reports. Qualitative data. Qualitative data are mostly non-numerical and usually descriptive or nominal in nature. This means the data collected are in the form of words and sentences. Often not always, such data captures feelings, emotions, or subjective perceptions of something. Qualitative approaches aim to address the how and why of a program and tend to use unstructured methods of data collection to fully explore the topic. Qualitative questions are open-ended. Qualitative methods include focus groups, group discussion, and interviews. Qualitative approaches are good for further exploring the effects and unintended consequences of a program. They are, however, expensive and time-consuming to implement. Additionally, the findings cannot be generalized to participants outside of the program and are only indicative of the group involved. Qualitative data collection methods play an important role in impact evaluation by providing information useful to understand the processes behind observed results and assess change in people's perceptions of their well-being. Furthermore, qualitative methods can be used to improve the quality of survey-based quantitative evaluations by helping generate evaluation hypotheses, strengthening the design of survey questionnaire, and expanding or clarifying quantitative evaluation findings. Qualitative data collection methods. Exploratory in nature, these methods are mainly concerned at gaining insights and understanding on underlying reasons and motivates, so they tend to dig deeper. Since they cannot be quantified measurably, becomes an issue. This lack of measurability leads to the preference for methods or tools that are largely unstructured or in some cases may be structured but only to a very small limited extent. Generally, qualitative methods are time consuming and expensive to conduct, and so researchers try to lower the cost incurred by decreasing the sample size or number of respondents. Interviews. This is considered to be the most common data collection instrument for qualitative research, primarily because of the personal approach. The interviewer will collect data directly from the subject. The interviewee on a one-on-one and face-to-face interaction. This is ideal for when data to be obtained must be highly personalized. The interview may be informal and unstructured, conversational even, as if taking place between two casual to close friends. The questions asked are mostly unplanned and spontaneous, with the interviewee letting the flow of the interview dictate the next questions to be asked. However, if the interviewer still wants the data to be standardized to a certain extent, for easier analysis, he could conduct a semi-structured interview where he asks the same series of open-ended questions to all the respondents. But if they let the subject choose her answer from a set of options, what just took place is a closed, structured, and fixed responses interview. Paper surveys are questionnaires. Questionnaires often utilize a structure comprised of short questions, and in the case of qualitative questionnaires, they are usually open-ended, with the respondents asked to provide detailed answers in their own words. It's almost like answering essay questions. Web-based questionnaires. This is basically a web-based or internet-based survey involving a questionnaire uploaded to a site where the respondents will log into and accomplish electronically. Instead of a paper and a pen, they will be using a computer screen and the mouse. Focus group. Focus groups method is basically an interview method but done in a group discussion setting when the object of the data is behaviors and attitudes, particularly in social situations, and resources for one-on-one interviews are limited. Using the focus group approach is highly recommended. Ideally, the focus group should have at least 3 people and a moderator to around 10 to 13 people, maximum plus a moderator. Depending on the data being sought, the members of the group should have something in common. For example, a researcher conducting a study on the recovery of married mothers from alcoholism will choose women who are married, have kids, and recovering alcoholics. Other parameters such as the age, employment status, and income do not have to be similar across the members of the focus group. The topic that data will be collected about will be presented to the group, and the moderator will open the floor for a debate. Documental revision. This method involves the use of previously existing and reliable document and other sources of information as a source of data to be used in a new research or investigation. This is likened to know the data collector will go to a library and go over the books and other references for information relevant to what is currently researching on. Observation. In this method, the researcher takes a participatory stance, immersing himself in the setting where his respondents are and generally taking a look at everything while taking down notes. Aside from note-taking, other documentation methods may be used, such as video and audio recording, photography, and the use of tangible items such as artifacts, mementos, and other tools. The participatory nature may lead to the researcher getting more reliable information. Data is more reliable and representative of what is actually happening, since they took place and were observed under normal circumstances. The participation may end up influencing the opinions and attitudes of the researcher, so he will end up having difficulty being objective and impartial as soon as the data he is looking for comes in. Case studies. In this qualitative method, data is gathered by a close look and an in-depth analysis of a case study. or case studies. The unit or units of research that may be an individual, a group of individuals, or an entire organization. This methodology's versatility is demonstrated in how it can be used to analyze both simple and complex subjects. However, the strength of a study as a data collection method is attributed to how it utilizes other data collection methods and captures more variables than when a single methodology is used. In analyzing the case study, the researcher may employ other methods such as interviewing, floating questionnaires, or conducting group discussion in order to gather the data. That's all. Thank you.